First night of NXT on the CW. We got Bad Blood this weekend and so many great storylines developing right in front of our eyes. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button because you know you're going to share us with everybody. It's the Spandex Standups. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I loved Monday Night Raw last night.
Same.
Excited to talk about it.
We were just talking about off air of the world burning. All of this great wrestling content has gotten me through.
Yeah,
It's all I really want to watch anymore. It's the only warm and fuzzies feel good I can get.
And Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, I think, delivered maybe promo of the year.
Oh, okay. I'm excited to get your thoughts on
I thought
that.
I thought it was perfect. I thought it was every word was well, we'll get to it.
Okay.
We'll
get
get to
it. You got me hyped.
We'll get to it.
Well, let's go ahead and get it out of the way. News up top. Not too much going on in the news department here. We do get NXT on CW live from Chicago. CM Punk teases a surprise for anyone there. He's probably going to do the AEW thing, ice cream bars for the audience, so that kind of thing. So cool CM Punk giving back.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guest referee, right, for Trick and Ethan Page.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how it unfolds after this. I can't wait to
I think Trick
watch the Braves play and then watch NXT.
I'm thinking Trick takes the title back.
I think so. I think it's his time to shine again. Ethan can go. There's so many great storylines Ethan Page can be a part of, and he doesn't necessarily need the title.
And
Trick needs to be the face of NXT.
Yeah, and there was a story I saw recently too that basically said that WWE PLEs just don't have enough African American male representation. Basically, especially when it comes to the big matches.
Yes.
So I think turn Trick Williams into a two-time NXT champion.
Yeah, man.
Give him one more run there. Bring him to the main card. I mean, you already see what they're doing with Carmelo Hayes. So I think it's
keep those guys intertwined throughout their careers.
So I want him to get brought to the main roster. I think he's ready for the main roster, but also one more title run in NXT just really doesn't hurt at all.
Go ahead and solidify that legacy in NXT at least.
Yeah, because do they count the NXT title as a world title on your list?
That's interesting. I don't know.
We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, that's a very good question. In odd news, didn't see this one coming up on my 2020 bingo card. WWE files trademark for Yes Chance after Bryan Danielson abandons his fight for it.
Okay. Interesting. Well, they should take it. And I think at the end of the day, hopefully, Daniel Bryan ends up back in WWE under a Legends contract. Once his time is up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's a great ambassador for the sport.
Great future GM.
Great future GM. Great ambassador for the brand.
Yeah.
And there's only so much you can do as a legend in AEW. But again, when you think about it, Daniel Bryan is one of the great underdog stories in WWE. What his story within the business represented to the fans, once he's done wrestling, I think come back. I think the same is probably true for a guy like Chris Jericho to some extent.
That's going to be interesting to see what his future when he's out of the ring holds in the business.
And I know that he's heavily involved in AEW from like a corporate standpoint, but I think, again, if he ever wasn't doing that and he just went back to just being a legend.
Come on back to making the list on WWE. This is a bummer. Ilya Dragunov out 6 to 9 months with a torn ACL from a house show appearance.
We saw that. Is it a work?
He hurt.
It ain't a work?
Nah, he tore his ACL.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
But it's a bummer. Rest up. But a guy like that has to be somewhat glad that you have a feud once you get back.
Yeah.
Because it was Gunther.
Yeah, and Gunther laughed at him on social media, which he didn't really.
So again, one of those things where you have something to work for. Like when you know that on the other side of your recovery is the current world
Revenge.
and the current world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
And if he still has the belt, then it's for the belt.
Yeah.
And so again, rest up, but just know that on the other side, you probably got a great opportunity lying ahead. So would love to have you back as soon as possible.
And they ran a big story in NXT where he hadn't seen his family in years, so at least get to see the fam for a little bit, get a little break, a little vacay. WWE Hall of Famer Pete Rose has passed away. Bummer, hated to see it. Came out of nowhere. I didn't know if he was sick or if he was battling anything, but it's nice to call him a Hall of Famer, at least from our standpoint in the wrestling side.
Yeah, and maybe we'll see, now that gambling is, legal in sports a bit more, we'll see what happens.
The internet stays undefeated. I saw something that MLB should do in memory of Pete Rose presented by DraftKings tonight. So it's brutal, but it's a part of the game now. So
rest in peace.
He was the guest ring announcer at WrestleMania 98 for Undertaker and Kane.
Yeah,
Kane chokeslammed him, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
What a guy. Royal Rumble tickets on sale.
Boom, get those tickets. I think I might try and go.
Mania tickets, I heard, are through the roof.
Expensive?
$50,000 for front row seats.
Jeez, well, yeah, I wonder, oh my God, I wonder what tickets
they said $1,000 for nosebleeds.
You're kidding. For 2
That's
nights.
what I've seen.
For 2 nights, probably. I could see it being 500.
That's crazy, man. I will be watching it from the comfort of my home. Yeah. Kanye West wrestling fan, ? The rapper was spotted at Pro Wrestling Noah last week in Tokyo.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure he's a fan. Who isn't?
Right.
Everyone loves wrestling.
Right. I just didn't see that popping up on my news feed. So.
Everyone loves it.
We've been covering the Lucha Bros coming to WWE. What's going on with that? Latest is AEW is planning to add significant injury time to Rey Fenix's contract. So who knows what that's going to do for everything. Might not be as hot next year. What if they just sit on him for a year and just cool him off and WWE doesn't want him in a year?
Right. That's a bummer.
Yeah, man. Rumors floating around with a figure seen around Sami Zayn's promo last night that he might be the next target of the Wyatt Six.
I could see that.
And that could lead to a Wyatt Six more sinister heel turn, which would better suit the group, I think.
I could see that. I like that. The Wyatt Six needs to ramp it up on somebody.
Yeah. Be the hunter.
Yeah.
I would love the tag in Sami Zayn.
Yeah. And he needs somewhere to go.
Yeah.
But he is getting a world heavyweight title shot.
Right.
At that blood?
Yeah. What? No, it's on Raw next week.
It's on Raw next week.
So that's how you know. Gunther ain't gonna lose the title on Raw,
yeah,
bro.
right. Yeah,
especially it's not a Netflix debut.
And maybe that's the opportunity for the Wyatt Six to attack Sami.
Yeah.
So Monday Night Raw main event leaves us what? Oh my gosh.
They also planted the seeds for old Braun and Gunther next too. So I'm here it was so simple and it worked. Very effective. Show respect to Jay. Great fight. Boom. Face.
Yep.
All Jay sealed it with the, hey, oops, there's some dogs in here. Mm-hmm. Done deal. Face. He's the man now.
Yep.
So simple. So elegant. Midian was on Undertaker's 6 Feet Under podcast, and he says that Dom and Liv are the best thing on Raw right now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Dom is so fun to watch.
He's killing it. Dude.
He's killing it. He's fun to watch. I feel like his character, he really is Eddie Guerrero.
It made me...
Cheat, steal Eddie Guerrero.
Well, it also warms my heart to know that he's such a nice kid.
Yeah.
In real life. He just wants to eat chicken tendies and hang out with his wife, and his wife's completely okay with all this nonsense because she knows it's scripted. It means nothing. And he just seems like a doopy kid that's just like, I'm living my best life.
And he's in all the matches. He
Liv's playing that petty, I took your man character so well. Finn's coming into his own. They planted the seeds last night, where he had the call to Dom. Like, I'm taking care of something. Tell Liv it's all good. Like, he's stepping into that. I know their big push is Judgment Day doesn't have a leader, but this is elevating Finn, I feel
totally.
like. So I'm very intrigued to see how they play this Priest Finn match in a way that they both can look strong.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see it. Check in with NXT real quick before we move on to SmackDown and Raw. Trick Williams releases a diss track on Ethan Page before CW premiere tonight. So if you hadn't checked it out, head on over to WWE.com. Check it out.
On a scale of 5 out of 5 stars, what do you give it?
On a 0 being trash and a 5 being John Cena as the Thugonomics days.
Exactly.
I'll give it a 3.5.
Okay, we like that.
Yeah.
We like that.
Yeah. Expect a new set when NXT comes back to Florida while they're on the road to Chicago, and then next week St. Louis. They are redesigning everything.
Do it.
Give it a fresh look on a new stage.
On C-Dub.
Let's go.
On C-Dub.
We get Roxanne versus Julia, and then Stephanie Vaquero is waiting for the winner. What a time for women's wrestling in NXT.
Totally. I mean, what do we call it? I mean, they had the women's evolution.
Revolution.
But now we're having like a revolution. That was a great pay-per-view. The way that they showed that was really good.
They have so many. Their roster is ridiculous right now.
Yeah.
They
should be doing a women's they should be doing a all women's pay-per-view
once a year.
Once a year.
I wouldn't even be hurt if, you know how NXT takes a bunch of old pay-per-views and rebrands them to fit them and usually does a very good job at it. I love Halloween Havoc every year.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with the NXT women doing an all women's pay-per-view. Yeah. They have that many talented performers.
Well, maybe that's why they're gearing up with, 2 nights of SummerSlam.
Yeah.
2 nights of,
showcasing women more.
I mean,
it says a lot that Meechin and Chelsea Green are getting their own little feud on SmackDown. That never would have happened a few years ago.
I mean, dude, the days of one night SummerSlams are done. Our next SummerSlam is...
You did call it. You said SummerSlam was the next pay-per-view to take that step to 2 nights.
I mean, and it makes a ton of sense. Why not do it? You've got the roster for it. And really, if you can give us 5 or 6 great matches each night, we're into it. I mean, if you look at these 2-night cards recently, very well balanced.
Yeah. Really emphasis on the matches.
Yeah, like if you're going live, you don't want to choose between which night because both nights are so good, kind of thing. So it's
and I would much rather have 2 nights of 5 matches killing it each night than 10-match marathon. You remember that last WrestleMania before it was 2 nights? It was 6 hours.
And then a couple of them have to be squash matches. And
then then we get that atrocity of Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. It was like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
And they got to do that on the fly, too. Like, I know that one was probably planned, but they got to do it on the fly where they're like, hey, that went too long.
Right.
Cut this. And they're like, we've been building for this for 3 months. What do you mean cut this?
I mean, Triple H knows what he's doing now, though. It's so obvious.
His timing is impeccable.
Yeah.
Tony D'Angelo training to take out Obafemi. That was a cool little montage. On NXT.
Dude. Obafemi's a beast, bro.
And then the last little NXT nugget is Nikita Lyons has come back at a house show this past week. So expect her return on NXT television.
Bring him back.
The ladies roster, man. Wow. SmackDown, Bayley defeats Naomi for the #1 contender spot.
Yeah, and then a little
animosity there.
Yeah, but then also some good sportsmanship. So
I want Naomi to turn on her.
Well, that's where it's headed, and I think eventually Naomi's going to get herself a little title run.
She did great with the TNA title.
Yeah, she's doing great. So, I mean, again, when you think
matches, that Bayley match was phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, again, Naomi just returned earlier this year to the company, so she's still working her way back. But I mean, she's in the thick of it. So
I've been happy with her TV time.
Oh yeah,
Carmelo ties up the series with Andrade. I like how they're keeping LA Knight intertwined in this. It'll eventually lead to a triple threat, I'm sure.
Totally. I'm getting tired of it. The matches are great.
I like it because I kind of saw from the get-go they were going to commit to the full 7 series. So I'm here for it.
But we're past that now.
No, it's 6. They're 3-3.
I thought it was 4-3.
Nah, they're 3-3.
Okay.
Don't you worry your little head, man. We get at least one more.
Oh, good. Can't wait. Next week on SmackDown.
Oh, I'm sure.
Or maybe Bad Blood. Let's do that Bad Blood.
Do it Bad Blood. Do a stipulation.
Put him on a PLE. What are we doing?
Do a stipulation. Meechin defeats Piper. Chelsea next up in that dumpster match.
Yeah, I'm excited for that dumpster match. Bring him back. We need dumpster matches.
That's the best part of it all is the character Chelsea Green plays. And then she comes out and she's actually a great wrestler.
Totally.
So you're like, man. So she's that whiny princess that you want to get punched in the face. But yeah, then she comes out and delivers. And I have no doubt her and Mi Chen are going to put on a banger of a match.
Yeah.
2 studs in the ring that are getting their time to shine. Mi Chen's another one that's been getting a lot of TV time. I'm happy about that lately. She deserves it. She's usually on the losing end, but she's at least getting on TV.
Hey, that's what it's all about.
I hope Tiffany is taking some notes from Chelsea because this needs to be how she progresses her character. That one that you want to see get punched in the face, but also goes out there and puts 4 or 5 star matches on.
I think Chelsea Green is going to make a great candidate for the next year's Money in the Bank, especially given her
that would be awesome.
That big spot from this past year's.
That would be awesome. Yeah. Oh, she took that like a champ.
Yeah, I think she's good. I think
I would like to see that under Triple H. Is the Royal Rumble is more of you set up the WrestleMania storyline, the big star gets the win, and then Money in the Bank is the workhorse that's really put in the effort over the years.
Yeah, totally.
And I could see Triple H doing that. Because that's, his character almost got the launch of a lifetime by winning King of the Ring. Mm-hmm. I've been watching around that area, the curtain call, and I'm seeing Triple H getting punished, and he got slopped last week. Like, oh. Solo and Jacob Fatu defeat KO and Randy Orton. They are escalating this KO Cody drama.
Bring it. I like it.
Didn't see Randy being the peacemaker in between the two. I thought KO would be the peace, but they switched it on us, and I am here for it.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is what we want. Yeah. We finally want these guys to feud.
Yeah.
We finally want someone else to have the title. Or at least, Cody can still be going for it, but they're going to keep it on him. But Cody's so hot, dude.
But they're also showing how SmackDown has a plethora of main event talent.
Exactly. What I see happening is KO and Randy Orton, they're going to have a match before I think either of them have another match with Cody.
See, do you think Randy gets fed up with KO?
Yeah, I think
I told you to chill out.
I think Randy gets fed up with KO. Maybe they have a match, Randy and KO.
Maybe they're tagging and KO's frustration boils and he costs Randy something. Like he hits Randy by accident. And of course, Randy being the hothead, he's like, all right, that's it.
Yeah. Because again, I mean, we all want to see Cody versus Randy, but that might just not be what's best for business.
Well, it's a slow burn. They can pull that trigger anytime.
Right.
They know that's a ready to go. Don't have to explain it that hard.
Right.
Pull ready-made storyline. So I think they're letting all this other stuff organically happen and building up other main event guys because Roman is eventually going to have to handle the bloodline stuff. And then they will have to come back to Cody and Roman at some point. But they're also doing a very good job of keeping KO relevant, Randy relevant. Because those guys can go on and feud for the belt if Cody and Roman are tied up in other stuff. Right. We also got to remember they're going to hit fast track this in a couple of months to the road to WrestleMania. And those storylines are going to be cemented and not going to be much variation from that. Those are going to be locked in.
Yeah, they already know what they're doing.
Right. And then we got to think a draft of some sorts too. They're going to have to freshen all this up. So they got me. Hooked.
Yeah.
What you got? What you got next week after week? Because they still are teasing us, man. We still don't know what way they're going with War Games. We still don't know what War Games team we're going to be. Because this all could lead to Roman, Cody, KO, and Randy all being on the same War Games team.
Right. This is probably what it is headed towards. Maybe even Jey Uso back in there.
He mentioned Roman in a promo. He hadn't done that in a very long time.
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, we got to talk about his promo.
Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. They slowed it down for him. And it caught me off guard at first, but okay, we'll talk about it.
I mean, I thought it was a little...
Yeah, well, you're not the only one that shares those sentiments. I've been reading up on it, and a lot of people agree with you.
Yeah.
Tiffany showing some frustration with Nia. Nia blamed her when she clearly took the pin and put herself in that situation. And she got a little frustrated, grabbed Tiffy. Tiffy didn't like that. So showing When do we get a cash in? I guess is what my next is.
Oh,
Are we starting to see some cracks in this? Does Bailey? How do they play this Bailey Nia situation at Bad Blood? Now they're clearly Naomi, Tiffy, very much involved.
I mean, I think they'll pull the trigger soon. I mean, if they do pull it at Bad Blood, potentially, I don't know. I don't know when. I think the longer she holds it, the better.
I can see her carrying it into 2025.
Yeah, I think you just got to hold it for a while.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, does it make sense for her to cash in on Nia now? I don't think so.
Nah. Let her get beat up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Get her in a regular match. No stipulations involved with Bailey. Isn't going to get her knocked out enough for Tiffany to catch her off guard.
Right.
I definitely see them playing up the more than Naomi turning on Bailey than Tiffy turning on Nia this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I don't know if either happens. I'm just saying it's more likely.
Right.
So next week on SmackDown, we get AJ Styles return. He's been working house shows with Cody.
Okay.
He's been Cody's opponent at the house shows.
Nice.
So it'll be interesting how they bring him back into the television, AJ Styles.
Nice. Hopefully he's got another run in him. A good run.
Yeah.
A good storyline.
I think so. I think he does.
I could see them redoing AJ Randy. They did that storyline in that match at WrestleMania 2019.
They did. I enjoyed that.
But I don't think it ever reached its full potential.
No. Also could enjoy AJ getting involved with LA Knight too.
Oh yeah. They already did that match.
I'm just get into the feud here.
Oh yeah, just get in.
Let's get his dick.
Yeah,
that could be
because he's got the title.
Heel. That could be heel. Either one could go the heel route with that.
Yeah, and he's got the title, so AJ should be going for every title.
He should
all the time.
He needs a belt around his waist. He always he pulled that U.S. title off very well.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Next week, very intriguing on this one. Very, very, very hyped to see where they go with this. We get a tag team ladder match with DIY, Street Profits, and the Bloodline.
Yeah, live in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Bridgestone Arena.
Yeah, you going?
No,
you'll be on the road.
I'll be on the road.
Living that life.
Macon, Georgia this weekend,
there
folks.
You go.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match. Love to see a ladder match for the belts.
I would like to see them get the belts off Bloodline so that can get away from that storyline.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be if they stay champs, they're not going to be defending those titles anytime soon because they're going to be, then we got Crown Jewel, which they probably won't have a match at Crown Jewel. They'll just be involved with whatever Roman and Solo are doing. And then War Games, they won't defend the belts at War Games. So I hope they get the belts away from them.
Yeah.
Put them on the Street Profits, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. I love when the Street Profits
have a great, absolute banger of a ladder match. Have Montez pull all kinds of spots. Dawkins has done nothing but elevate his game in the ring.
Totally.
Pull the trigger.
I'd love to see that.
And then we can have a proper tag team division on SmackDown. Because Bloodline's they're in the main event scene. They don't need the belts.
No.
I wonder what Triple H's fascination is with having the main event scene.
Have all the belts.
Have the tag team in the main event scene, but
right.
them being a tag team not be part of the main event.
Yeah.
Because it's the same with Judgment Day on Raw. Speaking of which, Judgment Day reigns supreme over on Raw. I do like we're getting a more methodical Finn. I'm 2 steps ahead of you, Finn.
Mm-hmm.
Adding a new layer to the Judgment Day.
Yeah, well, Finn kind of took a backseat to Damian in Judgment Day a little bit, and now we get to see Finn come into his own. And we haven't really known Finn Balor. He's always kind of been the demon and all and now it's like he's kind of having his moment to really put some personality out there.
Yeah, and he's shining.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he first came to Judgment Day, I thought that was tailor-made to elevate him. Didn't see the Damian Priest coming out of it,
Right.
Because I thought Damian was just going to be his henchman. I was like, oh, Damian's a muscle.
Right.
And then you're like, oh, wait, no, they're building this for Damian. You're like, no! I thought this was Bobby Finn getting Finn.
And now I see it because Damian's a beast.
I love hindsight.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it when he was champion. Now I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, his cash-in was amazing, though. I mean, his cash-in won me over 100%.
Xavier Woods with I'm not trying to be a heel, but heel turn.
Demasking, unmasking.
He didn't mean to.
The Mysterio.
He didn't mean to.
Sure. Yeah, but he also didn't handle it well, and he's wearing all black. And you're part of the New Day, man. Where's the purple? Where's the teal?
Where's the White Ranger?
Where's the yellow?
He's supposed to be Green Ranger and White Ranger.
Come on, dude.
And then he inadvertently cost Kofi the match with Chad Gable. So, again, didn't mean to do it, but doing heel tactics.
Again, where are we going to get this match? I mean, I think it's a great WrestleMania match, but
I think that's good that they're slow burning it. Because at the end of Raw, Kofi gets him an IC title match with Jay and gets him hyped again, and they're best buds. They're like, oh, we're back. We're the New Day. Yeah, all right. I think they can prolong this a little bit.
Totally.
Keep it going. Because it also could be one of those things.
Yeah, they're intertwined. They're doing a great job intertwining storylines. It's like Jay needs to beat somebody legitimate, and they need a reason for. Yeah, it's great.
They're doing a very good job of keeping everyone in multiple facets of everything.
Yeah.
Because Jay still kind of has beef with Judgment Day.
Right.
Judgment Day kind of has beef with everybody.
A lot of layers. A lot of layers.
Yeah. Sammy's got everybody's back, but he's dealing with Gunter. Ludwig and Gunter aren't necessarily together anymore, but they are together. It's very fluid, very, very interchangeable. Very. I just like what they're doing on Raw right now.
Yeah, very demure.
Very demure. Still don't even know what that means. R-Truth returns. We get R-Truth back. We get the awesome Truth, and in a great segment, he lets him know that he booked him and Miz in a match with AOP.
And then, man, AOP.
Who's AOP? You mean AOP? You could see Miz. I didn't see the heel turn coming, but now looking back on it, the frustration Miz has shown week after week with R-Truth just getting him in dumb situation after dumb situation finally boiled over.
So we better get heel Miz.
Do they pair him up with Karrion Kross? Because Karrion kind of pulled this out of him a little bit.
Right. Does he join?
I would like that.
But does that make sense?
Can that push? Well,
is that enough? Turning on R-Truth, is that enough to join their faction?
Well, no. Don't let it happen instantly. But have Karrion still talk to him. Let this really shine that devil on your shoulder character they're trying to cultivate for Karrion Kross.
Dude, and then get Karrion and Miz together as a little tag team.
Yeah, a little 2-man power trip.
I like that.
Yeah, wearing the suits with the red tie.
I like that. Yeah.
They got to get rid of Paul Ellering.
Right, yeah.
For his own good. Like, I love the guy. Love the days of him with the Road Warriors. Enjoyed him with AOP and NXT. Not needed anymore. Because he's not talking. He's just out there staring like a creepy old guy.
Totally.
If he was the mouthpiece of the organization, I would understand. He's not getting any mic time.
He must got some secrets, So they're like, keep him under contract.
Keep him under contract, but don't put him on TV.
He's got to be on TV.
No. If that's the case, split AOP from Karrion Kross. There's just too many
people.
Like, I don't know how you go from not having any managers to this group has 2 managers.
Right.
Spread the wealth.
Totally.
If you're gonna have, I'm all for bringing the managers back. Paul Heyman has added so much to that bloodline storyline. Bring the managers back. I love the day of Bobby the Brain Heenan having multiple guys that he'd come out with. Brother Love. He was the first one to bring Undertaker out. Paul Bearer, loved that. I never wanted to be a wrestler. I wanted to be a manager. So I love the manager spot.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why a group of 3 massive dudes has to have 2 people with them at all times. Especially now if they bring in Miz. Because Miz is, I don't know if Miz is going to slow down in his more in-ring action, where he would want to be more of a mouthpiece for that group.
No, I think you got to get him wrestling.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he hadn't wrestled with the frequency that he's not going every week like they had him there for a while.
Right.
And clearly the dude's meant to talk.
Totally.
So if he does join Final Testament, him and Karrion are going to do the talking. I just don't see the need for 3 people with 3 other people.
Split them up.
Yeah. They pulled the old ring collapsing on us with Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed.
I didn't mind it.
I thought it was tastefully done.
That's
not something you pull out, but you think about it, it hadn't been since, was it Big Show and Brock?
No, they did it. They've done it recently since then.
When did they do it recently?
It might have been during the Thunderdome.
Oh, those days? Gotcha. They kind of had to pull every trick out of the book with that. So.
Totally. I mean, the Brock Big Show one was epic.
Oh yeah, because we were like, what?
That was the greatest thing
Because
ever.
for a second you're like, did that really break?
Yeah.
Because those are two massive. I mean, the same with Bronson and Braun. And then we get the good old. I hadn't talked about it yet because I wanted to be fresh. Get your off the cuff reaction. Seth Rollins back.
Seth Rollins returns.
Nice little curb stomp to Bronson Reed.
Tastefully done. Tasteful curb stomp.
This is them putting some faith in Bronson Reed. They're like, we like what you've been doing. We're putting you in a high profile feud with Seth Rollins.
That's big.
We've had you be the main focus of these matches with Braun Strowman, just showing y'all monsters, destroying each other. Now we're going to give you one of the top guys.
Yeah. Seth Rollins' second return since WrestleMania.
He likes to disappear. He likes to make an entrance, okay?
Totally. We love it.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Seth Rollins.
Welcome back. Sami Zayn finally talks Gunther into a match. We'll get it next week on Raw.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to end well for Sami Zayn. But again, like we talked about, maybe this is an opportunity for the White Six to jump in.
Yes. I'm ready for them to be heels.
I'm
ready for some creepy... They can't go there unless they're heel. You know, there's only so much you can do as a creepy faction as a face. They're still going to get cheers. They're still going to be in that middle ground, but we need some heel tactics here.
Yeah.
You literally killed Chad Gable when you returned. And we were like, yes.
Killed him.
Kill him again.
Killed Chad Gable.
All right, well, we got to talk about it. Jey Uso promo.
Woof. I mean...
Was it a bad promo, or
Yes.
was he fighting through some emotion to get words out?
Two things can be true at once.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing. Maybe he was dealing with emotion.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, you're an actor.
Yeah.
You're a wrestler.
You got to deliver those lines.
You won a championship.
Pretty big deal.
It's a big deal, but you didn't win the championship.
Right.
So you won it, you didn't win it. Get out there, and I don't know. I don't see. It didn't help him at all. It was really, really bad. I thought. I mean, I like Jey Uso and for him, but that promo was just.
You didn't appreciate the da-da-da. Da-da-da. Because if you look at it, it's kind of the promos him and Jimmy would deliver as Usos. He kind of went back to that formula of like when they would rap and rhyme with each other and then be like, ugh. He was just doing it with himself.
Yeah, but
I get what you're saying. He had this moment. They
say
had the
something.
microphone handed. All he had to do was go out and just deliver the promo of his life, and that elevates him to that next level.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying for sure. It just reminded me of those old.
It just
Uso
like
promos.
that promo to me explained why it took so long for him to get a singles championship.
Rikishi gonna come after you, bro.
That-
You're gonna be
that-
the topic of his podcast.
That's why. Well, again, Rikishi, from a wrestling standpoint, yes, but you got to be able to cut a promo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who you telling? I love promos. That's what I tune in for.
I mean, you're opening up Monday Night Raw.
Yeet. It was cool to see his son there. I'll give him bonus points for that.
Yeah. I mean, was he that caught up with emotion? I mean, come on, it's Monday night.
Yeah.
The only thing that's different is now you have the belt.
Rikishi would start crying if he got a lot of cheers. So I could see how it's passed on. Rikishi was an emotional dude in the ring. He did it for The Rock, man.
He can power through. You got to be able to anticipate that you're going to feel those emotions.
We get a Braun face turn. We get a nice acknowledgement. Nice, simple, to the point. They let us know Braun's a face now. Good guy. Hey, good guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then they teased him and Gunther. Can you imagine those matches?
It'd be huge.
I hope.
They'd be quick, 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Is it too soon? Tell me if I need to pump the brakes here. Because he did have a shortish IC title run. But it doesn't seem like they have any interest in keeping Braun in the mid-card scene.
Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it too early for him to win the Royal Rumble? Or do you pull the trigger and create a new star?
I think it's too early for him to win the Royal Rumble.
25's too early.
Yeah.
26 maybe. I'm just saying, if done right, Gunther, Braun Breaker at WrestleMania could be pretty dope.
Yeah. I just think Braun Breaker needs a bit more reason for it to be him, other than he's a rising star.
Dude can go in the ring, though.
Yeah, but there's not that rich history behind him to elevate.
Second gen?
And that's not enough yet.
I mean, that was the whole basis of Randy Orton's early career.
It's not. I mean, even Gunther hasn't won a Royal Rumble.
That could add to the storyline there, my dude.
Maybe. No, I think it's too early.
I'm just playing devil's on the shoulder. We beg for them to create new stars. They have an opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's a little too early. I mean, I think you've still got Logan Pauls of the world. You've got
people are turning on him a little bit, so I don't know.
Yeah, but him winning the Royal Rumble would be huge.
Creating arguably the brand's biggest heel.
Yeah.
They would boo him out of the arena that night.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Fair enough. Next week on Raw, we get Gunther, Sammy, Jey Uso versus Xavier Woods, and a good old-fashioned Donnybrook, Sheamus versus Don't Call Him Butch, Pete Dunne.
Oh, I'm into that.
Shillelaghs and
that'll be a banger.
Cricket Baggett.
That'll be a banger after banger, if you ask me.
Well, it is the go-home episode of Bad Blood. We get the Bad Blood pay-per-view this weekend. It has been announced Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are the hosts, so we get them in some capacity without them having a match. So, how you feel about that?
I'm cool with it.
Show Jade's personality a little bit? Because we hadn't really connected with Jade. Bianca's won us over from day one.
Yeah.
When she came out and told Charlotte, you don't even go here. Boom. I was a Bianca fan for life.
Totally.
So I need to see Jade's personality shine a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because when your personality shines through and you win us over, the fans are more forgiving on if you jump off the top rope and mess up a little bit.
Totally.
But if we haven't connected to you, we gonna fry you on the internet.
Exactly. Like an egg.
WWE Women's Championship, Nia Jax coming in as the champ versus former champ, Bayley. How you seeing this play out?
I think Nia Jax takes the dub.
I think it's going to be a great match. I think Bayley plays that ultimate underdog, fights till the very last minute, gets a couple of shocking 2 counts, and then Nia just destroys her.
Yeah, I think Nia's going to hold the title for a little while.
Yeah, I can see that. That's why I think they don't pull the trigger on Tiffy cashing in until 2025.
Yeah.
Let Nia take it through the holidays.
Totally. It's going to be a while.
Yeah. Damian Priest versus Finn Balor.
Like this. I think this is where...
Judgment Day is going to be all involved.
Totally. I think Damian Priest gets the dub, though. I mean, he got to.
They've been giving Finn a lot more time lately. And not a lot. Damian got his time early on in this to shine and cut his promos. I feel the shift to Finn.
Okay.
I'm intrigued to see where they go with this.
All right. I could see that. I could see it.
I think Finn gets a wonky win here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, probably keep it going, too. I mean,
no stipulation. That's a dead giveaway right there.
Yeah. And I could see this match, this feud extending into Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. I can see it going into War Games, too.
Yeah.
Women's World Championship, Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Dirty Dime in a shark cage above the ring.
I kind of see Rhea Ripley taking it back.
You do? See him trade a little bit?
Yeah, but I do think Liv is having a lot of popularity. People are loving Liv. Like you said, people are saying that Dom and Liv are the best thing going in wrestling right now. So if that is the case, keep the belt on Liv.
I agree. I think Liv wins. I think the fact that they're putting Dirty Dom out of reach, some shenanigans are going to happen.
Yeah.
They really haven't given, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, just an observation. They really haven't given Rhea and Priest a lot of allies outside of Jay here and there. And now he's the IC champ, so can he really stick his neck out that much?
For the Terror Twins, they don't need it.
Well, they might need it.
They can
if they
fend them
both
off.
take L's at this pay-per-view, they might need it.
They might need it. They might need one more.
Yeah. It's a lot of debate on what match is going to headline. I've seen that they have not.
Drew.
They don't know. They don't know.
It's going to be Drew.
They don't know.
Drew and Punk.
Well, then that's the case. We'll save it for our main event topic. So we got Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes versus Solo and the Samoan Werewolf.
Oh, yeah. I think we get Roman and Cody taking the dub. Easy peasy. Easy peasy.
I'm sticking with last week, man. I think Jacob's going to pin Cody.
All right.
I'm itching at that. I don't know why that is just something in my gut telling me that, because I think it's a Paul Heyman finish, and I think Paul's giving carte blanche here.
Okay.
Because he's been the producer on a lot of stuff with the Bloodline. So I think Triple H is smart and turn into Paul and be like, how do we play this out?
Yeah.
And just thinking about that finish adds so many more layers to the future of this.
Totally.
Because we're eventually going to have Jacob Fatu realize he's better than Solo.
Yeah.
Why am I letting this dude tell me what to do? So I think this puts that first little hint of Jacob being like, well, maybe I should be champ. Because I know we were talking about it, are too early for Braun. Definitely know it's too early for Jacob Fatu. He just got there. But you know how they give a future star a little push early on, a little taste. Like they put Carmelo in a match with Cody right off the bat.
Yep.
He didn't win, but I think pinning the champ in a tag match plants that seed of future star.
Yeah. I hear you. You ain't wrong.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. That's where I'm at with it. Yeah. Hell in a Cell, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, the final payoff, hopefully, of this great feud that's gone on most of the year, if not the whole year. This was at Royal Rumble, right?
I mean, we think it's the final one.
I hope. Can't deal with this anymore. And then you can't negate Hell in a Cell if this isn't the final. You know, this has to be the blow off of the feud of the year. Someone has to win this.
So who needs to win more?
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
I think they had that talk with CM Punk. They're like, you're going to be the A guy.
Right.
Drew McIntyre deserves this, man. As much as they're letting KO shine in the Cody Bloodline feud, Drew needs to be the face of Raw.
Yeah.
And those potential Drew Gunther matches, and then eventually those Drew and Braun Breaker matches, sign me up. Just good dudes that can go in the ring battling it out.
Yeah.
Let Raw be that. Let Raw just be like, we put it on in the ring.
Yeah.
Especially you're going to 2 hours, you know these matches are going to have to be quality.
Right.
I think Drew gets this. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Drew. Punk doesn't really need it. Drew.
How much more can you bury Drew? Like, can you revive Drew if he doesn't win this feud?
Right.
He's taking some L's.
Exactly. Whereas Punk can come back. He's an old guy. He can kind of be like, oh, I'm still here. He'll get respect points regardless.
Yeah. I like it. So then that means Drew goes on and he's next up for Gunther.
Yeah. I think he's got to take it.
Assuming Gunther gets past Sammy.
I think he's got to take it.
That leads us into next year. So that's cool. You know, we can get a good Drew McIntyre Gunther match at Royal Rumble. I mean, probably Survivor Series. And that could lead into a feud over the year.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see what this Crown Jewel pay-per-view card's going to look like after this.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to get Cody versus Roman for the title. I think that's where we're going to get
they've pushed that as a big, they pushed Crown Jewel as a big match.
Yeah.
But it's intriguing. They did, remember last year they did Logan and Roman. Do they have some specialty match they can pull like that out?
Now that Roman's back, no way.
Okay. Hey, I'm intrigued to see. I truly...
The next person to get a title shot has to be Roman. And I think maybe Roman takes it.
Takes the title back. Frees Cody up to handle some. And then Cody can be like, told you. Or KO can be like, told you that's what was going to happen to you. You helped him and he took your belt. Yeah. That does pave the way.
Something like that could be great.
Yeah. Because they got to freshen it up, Freshen it up.
Totally.
And I hate to say freshen it up as giving the belt back to Roman.
But yeah.
You can't have another 900, 1,000, 1,200, whatever day you got again, my dude. Well, any last thoughts on the pay-per-view? or just the product in general?
No, just really loved the promo between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. I thought it was them at their best. I thought their words were very perfectly chosen.
I thought it was a nice touch that it didn't break out into a brawl.
Yeah, it was weird that they actually had to sell. I didn't like that as
know
much.
what Laura said? Laura was like, so they carried it and put it together for that.
Yeah, exactly.
And now they got to disassemble and carry it to. I was like, yeah.
But I do feel like they're rebranding the Hell in a Cell. You know, they're letting us.
Very nice. Like it's very well put together.
Yeah.
We've been talking so much about the very first Hell in a Cell and rewatching Bad Blood, and we both have watched quite a bit of Hell in a Cell matches lately, and that structure was not very well put together.
No.
This looks like they welded it. And like it looks like one like they can walk across it and not give in.
Totally.
Does Drew go off the top?
No, not Drew.
CM
I think CM Punk could go off the top.
And he's out for all of 2025? Is that what's going to happen?
Maybe
Drew has to win this because after this, CM Punk's going to need a lengthy time off.
Probably. Someone's getting hurt in this match. Someone's getting hurt.
My parting thought is I hope they take this opportunity, bad promo or not, but they take this opportunity to make Jay just a workhorse champ. The way they can make this legit, the way they can continue to further put Jay over and establish him as main event Jay Uso is if he's on TV defending that belt. I keep shouting this to the high heavens and back. Bring back the dadgum open challenge.
Yeah.
Because they're clearly got LA with Carmelo and Andrade. They're not going to do it on SmackDown.
A lot of the people claim to have the open challenge, but
Jay's the perfect guy. He's that I'm here for the people.
Well, that was one of the little phrases he yelled out during his promo was going to defend it every week.
There we go. See?
So I heard that.
Well, he slowed down the promo. I hope you heard every word. He didn't really.
I heard every word.
Yeah. He said a lot.
I heard every clause that he yelled out.
That's fair. Well, thank you to Project Nerd, our sponsors for our weekly roundup. Check out Evan Burke Comedy. Going to be touring with Dusty Slay this weekend, so definitely if you're in the where all you guys
if you're in the Macon or Charleston, South Carolina area,
got the homecoming show. All you guys started out in Charleston, South Carolina, doing a big theater there, man. How's that feel?
Feels great. Feels great. It's gonna be fun.
Great poster, great marketing.
It's gonna be fun. We're excited about it.
I can't wait to hear about it, man. We got to talk about it. So you're not going to be with us next week, right?
No.
All right. So we got Lee Harden filling in for Mr. Burke next week. So go check out some comedy. Make sure you laugh this weekend. Go check out Bad Blood. Check out Drew Harrison Comedy wherever you get your content, I guess. I don't even know anymore. I just put it out there. Who knows? It's madness. The world's on fire, guys. Let's just watch wrestling and watch it burn, So hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.